anyone be worse than from like Henry Schein or Patterson. I'm not going to mention distributor names. I'm just going to say like from my normal or typical distributor.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will ask you, how do I save on shipping when I'm using the price comparison? Since I'm ordering from like different Zen Preferreds. So what do I do so that I don't have to pay $10 per product or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask you, how do I use the PPE Resource Page, and where can I find what the products look like? Recently, everybody's been asking me, like, what do the KN95s look like? And I'm like, okay, let me find that document and send you a picture. So that question came up twice yesterday, actually. So I'm going to ask you, can we get pictures on the resource page?
See, the crazy part is most of the products. Okay, so we'll address it when we start.
Okay. And then the big question is going to be at the end. I'm going to ask, when's the next bulk order happening? What can we expect? Will anything be different this time than the last two orders? Will we get our products on time? So all that stuff.
I think my answer to all your questions would be, I don't know.
If you say that, well, then I'm going to say, Tiger, I don't have time for this. If you don't know anything.
I don't know.
No, you can't say that.
That's the KN95.
Where?
I'm sharing a screen. Do you see it?
Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay. But
so,
how do I?
I'll walk you through.
Okay, please, because I think this is going to be very beneficial for everyone.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Can we record?
We're recording.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. Let's go. Let's go. What do we got? Now, Iryna is going to be grilling me today with questions. So let's see how well that goes.
Yeah, so I have a lot of questions for Tiger. So the way we're going to do this today is I'll just pretend like this is maybe my third time using Zen. I'm trying to save money at my office. You know, we just opened up, and there are a couple things that I have questions about. So Tiger, why don't we start out with this? Can you go ahead and add a couple products to the shopping cart from your inventory? So maybe like, let's just say some gloves, some lidocaine, and I want to talk about the price comparison. I have a lot of questions there.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I remember how to do it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll add, needles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, septicane. Okay. Choose enough or more?
Yeah, you know what? We really need gloves. We're running low.
Okay, let's use search. Imagine if search doesn't work. No, we have gloves.
Well, then I'll have a lot more questions than I thought I was going to have.
All right.
Yeah.
I got this.
So let's go to the shopping cart. So the first question is, when I look at the price comparison, I just really want to understand how this can help my office save some money, because I took a look, and it seems like if I order, let's say, like the needles with Dental City, and then I order something with DC Dental, like that topical, I have to pay shipping all the time. So I really just want to figure out what's the best way for me to save that money on shipping as well.
Okay, so let's break it out into two questions. First, save money on a product, and save money on the shipping. There would be two separate things, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, when you add products to the price compared to the shopping cart, a lot of times offices think that they have to choose another option. You don't. So if you're happy with your current vendors, and you know, for example, you're getting free shipping, and you know you're going to get the products tomorrow, you're more than welcome. Just click proceed to checkout without even changing anything. And that order will be processed and submitted to the vendors directly. Second is, if you go into this page and you're like, wow, I can actually save some money, you have a couple options. So one is the middle column. The middle column has an intent to pretty much find the exact same product. So for example, if Monojet Needles and Medtronic is sold by somebody else except Henry Schein, it should show up in the middle and give you other options from other vendors available on this exact match column. Now, you will see that it's the same product. That means it's either there's nothing less than $11.50 from other vendors for that same product, or is just not available from any other distributor. It's only Henry Schein sold. Or there's some potential issue internally where that product is not connected to that same product with another distributor. So that's a separate conversation. Okay. Now, the safe bet for a lot of offices is just to go with the middle option. That means you're going to get exact same product. Now, the third column is called the lowest price.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, as I'm changing from one column to the other, the image is changing on the left side. So that means the product is changing and by what manufacturer is changing. So I think that's what throwing a lot of people off is like, okay, I go in the lowest price column, but is it the same product or not? So in the example of Monojet needles, the 27 gauge needles, the Dental City is selling a product $4.17. It's just a different product. I mean, it's a different manufacturer. It's the exact same product, but it's a different manufacturer. And you can tell by switching to the box on the right, and it changes the manufacturer, it changes the product description, and it tells you that that's going to be the Dental City.
Okay.
Now, the other part to pay attention to, as you're changing distributors, the description of the cost that says here, estimated total, for example, $11.50, estimated total $11.50. Once I go to Dental City, it says Zen price $4.17. Zen price means it will not change after you place an order. It says Zen guaranteed price on a product. So that's the price per product. If you don't mind, I'm going to use one more example.
Yes, that's fine.
That Cetacine topical.
Mm-hmm.
So it's made by the satellite industry. Oh, the back button doesn't work.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I ran into that yesterday, and I was wondering what's going on.
Being fixed. Okay. So if we're looking at the Cetacine topical, so $81.99 is the Benka Dental, and it says free shipping. So that's programmed internally for all of your distributors and settings.
Okay.
Now, I have an option to go with Patterson Dental. Patterson Dental shows up here right in the middle, less expensive by about $10.
Right.
But it has $10.75 shipping, and that's, again, Patterson Dental is one of the distributors for this account, and that's what they have listed here, and that's what their shipping is.
Okay.
That shows in the settings. Now, DC Dental is $73.88, and it shows $8.95 shipping cost.
Okay. Here's
the trick. If I click on it, the shipping is gone. It's free shipping. So I need to click on the product to see if I'm going to get the free shipping or not. Because with DC Dental, we have an agreement as a Zen preferred distributor. Any order above $60, it's a free shipping. And that's what we're trying to negotiate with a lot of preferred vendors is a $60 threshold per order with that distributor to qualify for free shipping.
Okay. But then here's where my question comes up. Why it says lowest price in the third column, but then for that topical spray, it says 71 with Patterson and 73 with DC Dental. How come those two don't get swapped?
It's simple. The system calculates the shipping cost too.
I see. Okay.
So $71.19 plus $10.75 is more than $73.88 plus $0 for shipping.
Got it. So we got to keep that in mind at my office when we use Zen for sure.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. But then also another thing that makes me nervous. So if I look at those, the first product, those needles, with Henry Schein, they're $11. Dental City, they're $4. So it's much cheaper. So I get nervous. Is it a good quality product? Is it, I don't know anything about it. So how do I know that? How do I know the quality, basically? This is a distributor I've never ordered from before.
Yep. So it's a big challenge for us at Zen to just try to figure this out, how to present it properly, because we physically don't know if it's same quality product, right? So the distributor does submit the information and they say, the product's so-and-so, that's what we think. And then our system goes in and we find and we say, all right, so 27 gauge needles equals 27 gauge needles. That's a great cost saving. Let's go with this product. So, but there are a couple of things that we're trying to give our offices as far as like return policy. So if you didn't like the product, you can submit it back to the Dental City and say, it's just not the same quality, not the same product. That's number one. Number two, you can see the reviews. I'm not sure if we have the reviews for this particular product. At least there's a review for Dental City. It's a 5-star rated distributor. That means it's a good quality distributor that they will take care of. They will stand behind the product and the quality of the product. But in reality, what options do we have? Just read about the product, see the description, see if it makes sense, see if there are any reviews, and if it makes sense for the office.
Are those reviews by other Zen offices, or is it just from like the Dental City website?
By Zen offices.
Okay. That's very helpful.
This back button is annoying.
Yeah. We had a challenge yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Is there anything else we should know? When we click on show more, for example,
Yeah.
can we talk about that also?
Yep. So show more is being changed right now. So
Okay.
we're going to change that a little bit. So
So
right
what is
now
it?
it's a hodgepodge. Like right now we click show more and it's everything.
Yeah.
So ideally what we want to have is first show you all the prices that we guarantee that we know they won't change.
Okay.
So there will be two blocks here that will say Zen guaranteed price and then other distributors prices we can't guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
And then the button select will be for all the distributors that you can simply add it to the shopping cart and you're good to go. The
That's
button add
awesome.
distributor is going to show only for the vendors that we show you what their prices are, could be potentially, but you still need to create an account with them because they're not a Zen preferred distributor.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that'll be much easier to use for sure.
Yep. And again, a lot of times you will see show more and it's a different product. That's something that we're aware of right now. And we're trying to fix.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Well, that answers a lot of the big questions I think I've had, with the last couple weeks with our office using Zen and just trying to figure out how we can save as much money as we can, especially with the PPEs. And I think that leads into my next question with the PPE resource page.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a couple things there that I want to go through. Can we take a look at it together?
Yep.
So can you just walk me through how to use it?
Sure. The idea here is to put all the products that we know their availabilities and the cost in one page
Mm-hmm.
because we know it's so difficult to get the PPEs right now.
Okay.
So when we start Monday morning, I always think about, okay, so what are the PPEs that will be a challenge to get for any dental office? And there used to be masks, there used to be gowns. So now we seem like we have a handle on the masks and the gowns. The next big thing is the cavity wipes and gloves. And so the way I would recommend to use it is you just go on a page and you go item by item, what things you need for the office. So for example, some offices can get level ones at much less cost because they have a preferred relationship with their distributors, right? Their top distributors. I would highly suggest to utilize that as much as possible and only then go to Zen resource page and get those final products that you didn't get through your main distributors that on a limited availabilities. Like we were told that one of the big ones, they still have the masks at the pre-COVID price, but on a very strict allocation. So I would highly recommend utilize all that as much as you can and then come back to Zen and then see what's available. And so, for example, you will see here level ones, level twos, level threes. You will see the level 2 from Dental City. You will see level 2, 3-ply from Dental City at different prices. Level 3s are becoming more available. We are putting an order together for level 3s made in the US, so they will be available as well. And then KN95s are available here as well. So it's $2.15. I think there's a limit. Yep, two packs per order. So that would be for $86 that you'll need to spend on 40 masks. Then you just go through all the products. Unfortunately, there's no way to click on a product and see the product yet because we just wanted to pile up the sheet together so that people can go in, see the product, put the quantity. And Iryna, if you remember, our first version didn't even have the quantities. So you had to just add it and then somehow magically the quantities would show up in a shopping cart. So at least that is fixed. And we have the specific product going in a shopping cart. And then you can literally add it to your cart, your order, and then you get to go. Now, if you want to see the actual product on the resource page, here's what I would recommend.
Okay.
I would recommend just copying this number. Most products will have the product number, and then just go in a search and plug in that number. And I would do it through the dental catalogs.
Okay.
The product shows up. We'll look at it. It has the image. It has the description.
Mm-hmm.
You can either add it to the inventory if you would like to, or go back to the resource page, and you know that that's the product CV280. Like this one, the bouffant caps, and then we just add it to the shopping cart right here.
So will it ever change where we can see the actual images of the products on the resource page?
To be honest, that's not on a priority list at the moment.
Okay.
But we might at some point just add the same capability that you just click on a product and you see it, click the back button and come back to the resource page. So we might add it to the list of things we need to build.
I think that would be helpful. Also, I'm looking at those KN95s right now, and they don't have a product number, right? So I would just search KN95.
So the way I would do it is I would go back to the page here, and yeah, I would literally search KN95s.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of different options.
How do I know which one is the resource page one?
It's a good question. I would look by the distributor.
And that leads me to my next question. Where it says Zen Supplies, I was a little bit confused because I thought Zen Supplies is not a distributor.
Yeah, we thought so too. And we basically ended up going after 2 to 3 product items that we could source for all of our Zen offices. And we had no choice but to literally assemble it all together, put it all together, have it available for our offices, and now they're available. So now our offices, at least, we did the due diligence. So for example, on KN95s, there are a lot of options out there. And I think some people are still selling them for $4 and $5 and $6 per KN95. I don't think it's a viable product for dentistry in the long term, but we wanted to have it available through Zen at the price that we think it should be, which is $2.15. So that's why you will see these products available as Zen Supplies distributor, because we couldn't have any of our Zen preferred vendors carry these products. So we wanted to step up and do it for our offices.
Got it. Okay. So can you show me which one is the resource page one?
Mm-hmm. So I would just literally go in and try to search by Zen as a distributor.
Okay.
So it'd be right here. And then I would just select this one and you're good to go.
Okay.
It's a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
I wish we would make it easier, but a lot of things we just have to jump in and do on as soon as possible timeline. So a lot of things are pushed back to the second priority.
I gotcha. And I mean, that's totally fine. We really appreciate the resource page. I think it's super convenient and, just to have the PPEs in one place. I was also wondering, so for example, if we order, from our distributors, like our top 3, and like from what I understood, they're not Zen preferred. I don't see them on the resource page. Is there a reason why they're not listed?
Yeah, the resource page, the way we wanted to have the resource page is you can go in, add in the product and just not think about it.
Okay.
And the reason some of the vendors didn't make it there because we don't know. Like, for example, if your office is using one of the top 3s,
yeah,
we don't know what your allocation is. We don't know if they're going to change the price. So there's so much uncertainty there that I would much rather focus our resources, which are also limited, just on things that we do know and we can guarantee.
Got it.
And if we can't, then we can help through the chat, contact your vendors and see what they have and the pricing and things like that, what the chat is designed for. But in order to speed up the process and help you and give you the confidence, the resource page is what that's designed for.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. And then if I ever wanted to see a list of Zen preferreds, like if I'm looking at the price comparison right now, from the top of my head, I'm new to Zen, so I don't know which one is Zen preferred necessarily. Is there anywhere I can find that list?
That would be actually the resource page. So if you go in there, like Boom Supplies, Dental City, Pure Life,
okay,
DC Dental.
Does that include all of them, or are some missing?
No, some missing. We still have like a couple of them missing. Okay. We're adding more and more the thing that's going to show like a little sign that's going to show that it's a preferred distributor, like this little green thing.
Okay.
So throughout the platform, you will see that this thing will start showing up even more. So if we see this little green check mark next to the price or next to distributor, that means it's a Zen preferred distributor.
Got it. Okay, so that's, and it's going to be the same way under our distributor list in the settings, right?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Should actually add that.
Yeah, that would be a great help for sure.
There's one more thing before I remove products from shopping cart that people don't pay attention to is this little I button that shows you the last time the product was ordered, the quantity, and if it was verified.
Yeah, I would have never known it's there if you didn't say anything.
Yep. So it's helpful for some of the offices to know when was the last time the product was purchased.
That's very helpful for sure.
What else you got?
So I have another question, and it's like one of my big ones because we're looking into participate in the next bulk order. So just any updates you have for our office, and what product can we expect?
Sure. 3 items are going to be the key. 3M N95 respirators. We still see a price jumping way too much, and it's been asked by a lot of offices to have the respirators available. And on the old one, on a group order 2, let me remove these items. On a group order 2, we had the model 8511, which is manufactured by 3M, is more expensive than the model 1860. So now we were able to procure the 1860 model, including the small size. So there will be 1860 and 1860 small. That order will be launched, I believe, July 27th or the week of July 27th. It will be open for quite a while because we need to meet the certain quantities to be able to get that going. So we'll open it up for probably 2 to 3 weeks for people to be able to add their quantities. And the deliveries are expected early September, mid-September, so around that time.
Is there a limit how many offices can participate?
No limit, but this time the minimum quantity is tricky. We have to meet it, but at the same time we can't go more. Like there's no more available than what is going to be on that number.
So basically just sign up ASAP as soon as the group order gets released.
Yep.
So for this next bulk order, will we have an option to add these products to our inventory and just keep track of them that way? Or we're still going to have to do the Zen out like last time?
You mean the out of Zen?
Yes.
Probably out of Zen.
Okay.
There's a way to go in a catalog and add it to the inventory, manually add this product into the inventory because it's going to be part of the Zen catalog, just the one that I showed you. If you go in a catalog and you search filter by distributors and supplies, there's a way to do that. I think to the extent our team is going to go is to have it available through the out of Zen with an attached invoice, just like what we did for order 1 and order 2, the group orders 1 and 2.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds good. So what are the other products from that group order?
Sure. 3M respirators.
Okay.
Gowns. And it seems like we're going to have gowns level 2 at the price of level 1.
Wow.
So we're finishing up the evaluation. Then masks level 3 made in US. And we have to hit the 50,000 MOQ, the minimum order quantity. But there will be around, I believe, 80 cents a mask.
80, okay.
It's going to be $40, but we'll see. We're really trying our best to get it at the lower price possible.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then if we can get the Cavi wipes or any wipes on that group order, that would be phenomenal. If we can't, we can. Yeah, it's a big thing. I think gloves right now are okay.
Okay.
Like we do have gloves available through the resource page. I have a confirmation from Pure Life. They're confident. If people don't jump into Zen and start buying bulk of these Pure Life gloves, let me find them. They should be able to sustain us through an extended period of time. So for Zen offices to be able to go to the Pure Life, find those, any sizes they need, just add them to the cart and good to go. The gloves are good quality, really, really good quality.
Awesome.
The other option is Dental City. They have these Vortex gloves, nitrile available. For now, the prices are staying. But what I'm confident about is Pure Life and their commitment to $8.99 for a box of 100.
That's a really good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
So I don't know. What do you think out of all the PPEs, what else do we need to focus on?
So as of right now, especially since we cannot get the cavi wipes through the bulk order, is there anywhere that you can recommend we place an order ASAP?
Yep. So the cavi wipes, we're trying to push our vendors to have them available.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also going to be through the resource page. Dental City is stepping up right now with Defend wipes.
Okay.
And the cavi wipes, they are on allocation, like 12 cans per month.
Mm-hmm.
What I haven't done yet, and I don't know if somebody did it, if you go in and you place 12 cavi wipes and 12 Defense at the same time, I don't know. So
we gotta
we'll
try
see.
it.
Yes, I'm sure somebody is going to try to push the system, but we'll see. But at the moment, I know that Dental City is committed to these quantities, and they have them in stock, and they have a really good amount of cavi wipes. So I'm pretty confident. So that's why I'm not really pushing the cavi wipes into the group order, because even if we get all Zen offices give us their quantities, and that's going to be thousands of cavi wipes, I don't think we will even be able to get them because no one has them.
I got you.
So the best way to approach cavi wipes right now is based on allocations, and to go to the Shines, the Patterson, the Benko, all of the top 3 distributors that you have on your list, and then go to the resource page and keep an eye on what we have there, what allocations, and just utilize all the allocations you can.
I got it.
The other part too is look at other things. I know cavi wipes are cool. You just take a canister, do the wipe out the room, and you're good to go. But there are other options available. We have a section, infection control. You can buy the portable handheld.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what about that spray? What about the disinfectant cavi spray? The only thing though, in our office, we've used it before, and it leaves those marks, on the either on the chairs or on the countertops. So we found the cavi wipes to be more effective, just to get rid of any residual marking there. Yeah,
we were told by some people that these. Wait, where are they? I have to check with the team, but we have the atmosphere sanitizer.
I remember seeing it on there. Yeah, for sure. So I see oral rinses on there. Is that something that we expect to have a shortage of as well?
It's a good question. So far, no one brought up that this would be in a shortage.
Okay.
So far, we did know that the cavi wipes will be in a shortage, primarily because of the material that's being used. It's a similar material as the masks.
Okay.
So that's why everything is being affected. I really don't know why this is here, but I guess we just wanted to have it available.
Yeah, I was just curious, because then we would stock up for sure, knowing that there could be a shortage. What about Lysol spray? Is there any Lysol spray? Just disinfectant or any kind of disinfectant spray for the office?
Yeah, I would really lean into this portable handheld that we have listed, and the atmosphere disinfectant.
Sure.
So I will make sure that it's back in the system. I don't know why it's not here, but no, it's here. The atmosphere disinfect 1 gallon. So let's go ahead and try to find it.
Cool.
So it was highly recommended. You can buy just the 1 gallon. Again, if you use it with a handheld device that's also listed on Zen, this bottle technically should last 2 months.
Can you show me what the handheld device looks like?
Sure.
That's awesome. Okay, so then if we can't get any sort of Lysol spray, we should just go for this.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep. It's made in US. It's really cool.
Very awesome. Yeah, good to know. See, so like I think that's another thing that we're just struggling with is not seeing like what that means. You know, when we look at the resources, like we have no idea what this is. Now that I went on a webinar with you, now I know. So helpful.
Yeah, I think we need to do a better job at like talking like products. Like that our Friday call, maybe we should add the discussion on what on a resource page is and why we have certain products listed there. So I'm going to write it down as well.
Yeah, I agree. And as far as hand sanitizer, are you seeing any shortage for that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good.
Everybody stepped up. There's like plenty of them. Now we have this company, Avello, listed on Zen.
Okay.
Imagine if I can find it. Oh, no, here. Oh, Alavo. Sorry. So these are pouches, 2-ounce pouches, 24 per pack. And these are all US made. So I really don't see any issues.
Okay. Very cool. So basically all of the like hand sanitizer we used to get from Amazon in the past, we should disregard that completely. Just go off of the page. Okay.
Yep. Yep. And the price is really good.
Okay. Gotcha. Very good.
What else?
I was just wondering, what happened to that little PPE products page from the dental catalogs?
Oh, it got lost in the middle of the updates.
Yeah.
It's going to come back.
Okay, cool. Can you click on the PPE resource page one more time, please?
And then click on that
PPE
thing.
I was going to ask. Yeah. So I didn't notice it before until we just started talking about it. And I was curious to see what shows up there when we click there.
Nothing.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be that banner back in the catalog page where you can see the PPEs.
Okay.
And then as you and I are both working on office supplies, in the future there will be a second banner just for office supplies. And then hopefully we'll add a banner which is going to be called the Zen Formulary, and the survey is going to go out to all the offices tomorrow to help us pick the products for the Zen Formulary. And so we're going to try to like kind of cluster the products together that we're working on. And we know that we're getting the really good prices, because one of the challenges right now with a lot of Zen prices and Zen products is just, you just don't know. You just don't know what products are special pricing and this and that. And that's a whole change of the direction for Zen based what we learned in COVID.
So when you mentioned that there's going to be office supplies listed on here and like formularies, where can we expect to find that in the future?
Office supply, like right here on the left side, it's going to be there will be additional banners in the dental catalogs. Okay. Yeah, I would say office supply should be no later than by the end of August. My expectation to get it done, and then our full focus is going to go on Zen Formulary.
Okay. Awesome. Since you mentioned office supplies, I was just curious, is there anything that we can expect to see a shortage of in terms of just the typical, office supplies we order?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be good to know.
We haven't spent too much time on it at all, on office supplies.
Okay. And then, we're using those plastic covers for all of our chairs. Is that something we can expect to be a shortage of also? No, plastic.
I don't think so. Yeah, okay. I don't think so.
Okay. Are any of those plastic products listed on the resource page?
Not yet. That would be Zen Formula, because it's not in a high scarcity demand type thing. Okay. So that's why it's not there. But at some point, once we have the Zen Formula built, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So can we talk very quick about someone just logging into Zen and they have no clue about what we just talked about?
Okay.
Like zero. They're like, what PPE, what resource page? And they just sign up with Zen. So I think a lot of times, and a lot of it has to do with how Zen is currently built. Like, I think we need to take a step back and talk about, we were built for inventory. We weren't built for purchasing, procurement, buying products and doing it on the fly. So that's why it's kind of, we're doing it backwards now. We have the platform for inventory, but then we have to now add all these things for the purchasing, which we're happy to do. We know that that's the direction we need to go. After COVID, we learned that. So that's where you will see, as an office, you will see some of the challenges. And so we always recommend the first thing first is build your inventory, right? So add products into your inventory list. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to add products into your inventory list. The part that people always miss is this right corner, the client price, the Zen price. These are the prices that you control. We have no control over them. We can help you update them, but we have no control over them. But for example, we add this bencocaine or the topical into the shopping cart. You go in and you look at the price and it says $1.84, which is a really, really, really good price. And that's probably why no other option shows up here for this client, because typically you see a $3.45. Some offices are paying $5.47 for a topical. Now, if you don't have anything here, let us know. Like right now, we're in the midst of a bunch of changes. You have something like this and you're not happy about this, go and chat and say, hey, Zen team, I'm adding a bunch of products in a shopping cart from my inventory and I have no price comparison. We'll be happy to add that in a priority list and work for you and make sure that we take a look and we add these products for you or connect or whatever it might be behind the scenes. So I would do that first so that we have time to build it for you. Second, show more. As I mentioned before, ads going to get changed. So right under now, show more,
we'll see different pricing of this product, right? Under show more. Okay. So it is going to be higher. Okay.
Yep. And I would also see, for example, okay, bubble gum. Is that the most popular flavor, or is there another one?
Mint.
So you would expect that Zen will show you other flavors, right?
Yes.
But we don't. So let's see, what flavor is this item? It's bubble gum. Okay, let's see, topical. Okay, so they're all bubble gums. Then I go to dental catalogs and I say, okay, so I want topical. Perfect. Now with the new search, I can actually topical gel mint, right?
Yeah.
And I can see what's available. Okay, so I see the lowest Dental City topical gel mint. Let's see. Okay, so that's their house brand Dental City topical gel mint, $1.91. I can add it to my inventory and I'm good to go.
Okay,
right.
I see.
Now, in the future, I will be able, as a user, I will be able to just add it straight to the shopping cart and I'm good. But right now we're changing that. But there's a little bit of that work that needs to be done on the office end until we catch up with understanding that, hey, I have bubble gum, but what about mint? Because, I mean, if you change the flavor, you can see from going from $2.24, the Zen preferred price down to $1.91 just based on a flavor change.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just looking at that product. When you click on it, it said connect for the distributors. Would it make sense for our office to connect all of the vendors that we see on Zen or no?
Yes and no. Like the Zen preferred distributors, we are making changes that you don't have to connect them.
Okay.
They'll be available. You can just click add to shopping cart. It will automatically add product in the inventory list and drop it in a shopping cart. We're eliminating that part. But before we do that, we also need to give you a filter to catch all the duplicates in your inventory, because if you are doing inventory and you have quantities, then it's going to mess up your quantities. So there's a lot that we need to take into account when we, quote unquote, try to give you an Amazon kind of tool. But again, just go in, find the item, that you're looking for, and then just make sure that you have these things available. It's a lot easier for offices that have Zen ordering.
Mhm.
Then at that point, your shopping list, your inventory just becomes a shopping list. It doesn't matter how many topicals you're going to have there. It's not going to affect anything. So,
But like you mentioned, if like inventory is our biggest purpose, as it was, before COVID hit and we started, building all these tools for the users. I mean, most of us are still using, Restock. We're still using iPad. So that's still very important.
Yeah, and that's why there will be a change in my inventory. There will be a filter here that will help you find all the duplicates. So if I go in my inventory list, there's going to be like an orange filter that say you have 55 duplicates. You click on it, and it groups products together. They can choose which one to keep and which one to delete.
Will that filter always match up the correct duplicates?
I don't know. Not right away. As we know now with Zen, we launch anything, and it's not right away.
Yeah.
We got to adjust, but then essentially it will.
Okay.
But that's the direction we're going. Then let's just say you build your inventory and then you want to go into the resource page. Another part that I talked a lot about in a resource page is check your main distributors first. Don't go in here thinking like, okay, this is it. Like that should be your last resort. We didn't build this to replace the top vendors.
Only if these last resort.
Yeah. Only if you go to your top vendors and they tell you, I'm sorry, Dr. Iryna, you got nothing. We have nothing. We don't have any allocation left. Like we gave everything to all the offices and we have no masks left. Then, of course, we want to help you. Then you go into the resource page and you get the mask, you get the gloves, you get the items that are going to be in a limited amount available. Mm-hmm. So again, we didn't build this to as a middle finger to anybody. We just wanted to help our offices as a last resort to go in and have these products and basically have that trust factor with Zen, knowing that we're working hard to get these items to you.
Gotcha. And that's something we've been doing too. We've really been just talking to our distributors first, and then I tell the girls, take a look here, and then more than likely you'll find what you need. So
yep.
That's been very cool. I think something else that one of our assistants struggled with was just finding the resource page. When I told her about it, she just couldn't locate it on the screen. I think it's just kind of also maybe a little bit hidden there in the corner. So
we have a lot of buttons in Zen, so we got to fix that.
Yeah, that was a suggestion from her. Maybe it should just really pop up at you so you see it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I think another part that people are missing, so basically we're talking about becoming the ninja, right? You got to use, the offices that I see struggling the most, the ones that are waiting for us to have all the answers. And I wish, and that's the direction we're going to go to, but offices that are having the most success, they're the ones who will reach out first and say, hey, before I place an order for caviar wipes, this is my price. What do you guys see? Should I go here? Should I go there? Use us as that resource. We don't have, with limited resources, time to build everything we can. But we do have a great support team that you can go and chat, you can call, and it just asks these questions. And it might take us an hour or two to get the answers, maybe 24 hours, but we'll be happy to get these answers. We'll be happy to source it out. We'll be happy to call some of these vendors and say, hey, we've got this large order for caviar wipes. Can you fill that in? What's going on? Can we do this? So sure. I think that's where the struggle is for some offices, is not being able to utilize Zen properly as we're catching up on the development and the technical side to build those tools and bring them to life.
Exactly. I totally agree. Is that as a Zen user, we just really have to be proactive. During the training calls, ask questions. When you guys call us, email us, or send us, chat messages, we'll always get back to you. Even if it takes us time, we're just doing our best to get the answers to you. So I can really say Zen's been super helpful for my office and for what we've done so far.
Yep.
Definitely. I
think that's all.
You know what? I was just looking at the Zen out next to the resource page, and I was going to ask something that recently I've been, a lot of people ask this. So will we ever be able to search by our entire inventory there? Our assistants just cannot remember where they place, what storages they place certain products in.
I think we're working on it right now.
That's very cool.
In the Zen out, actual?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're working on that.
Yeah, that would be really awesome.
Yeah, if you have storages, it's not that easy.
Yeah, and especially, you know, like with a new team, they don't remember where all these products were placed before, and they just have a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Cool. I think we covered a lot.
We did. We covered so much. And then, sorry, like this just crossed my mind right now. So with ZenOne Family, we had placed an order the other day, and then we ordered some anesthetic, and we were a new customer. We just didn't know that we need to contact them first with a payment method. Is there a way to get a notification, like maybe popping up on our account, that like this old order is on hold because you're still, you know,
Yes,
the payment method, so that we get like better notified?
yeah. There's this box called Notes.
So we've been just really struggling going on there all the time and like checking the messages. So we really need something just like popping up at us when we log on Zen.
Mm-hmm. And everybody just disregards that message. We've built that before. It's like close, click, I'm done. Let me go to where I need to go. Nobody reads that.
Yeah.
So what we're changing though is going to be the caller, and all the messages will show up here.
Okay.
But if there's a message, there will be like a little red 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, like how many messages inside.
Oh, good. Okay. So that's better than the red. I think the red people just disregard. They think it's supposed to be there all the time. It's maybe, like, you think it's product information, maybe?
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a chat about the order. So.
Yeah. So that's changing. At least that's like in the next week. I think that's a high priority. Same as returns are changing too. So we'll be able to address that faster.
Yeah, I've noticed a couple buttons have changed. You know, if you click within an order, maybe let's show everyone so they can kind of visualize it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just click on one. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that's really helpful too.
Yeah. This page is going to go through some work right now.
Cool. I think we'll just do another one of these webinars once, you know, we push all of these changes and cover that. Yep.
It's awesome. You did great. You did great as an office. That's amazing.
I know, right?
You know a thing or two.
Imagine how many assistants I have working with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching this. I hope this was really helpful. I think honestly, I just wrote down the big questions that I've been getting asked during the training calls. And, you know, I gave Tiger a heads up, like, be ready. I'm going to ask you. So, and he did awesome too. So thank you, Tiger.
We need this. Yeah. Yeah. I think somehow we need to find a way to encourage people to be proactive. I don't have another solution yet, because we're always going to be catching up to the feedback. Like, we have feedback from offices for the next 24 months.
Yes. Yes.
And while we're building all that out, it's challenging sometimes to know what we need to build, like to be on the same page with our users and say, yes, we know you need this, but by the time we build it, just ask us in the chat and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, so feedback is really a big thing for us. And I tell everyone, you know, like all of the offices that have so far reached out to me and provided feedback on our follow-up calls, we truly appreciate it. We're very thankful for it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cool.
All right, Tiger. Yep. Talk soon.
We'll talk soon. Yep. Thank you.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.